Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Dematures Online School. Dematures Online School is an educational channel here on YouTube. And what we do here is to provide lessons for students who are sitting for different exams, NECO, GCE, WASC, JAM, Post-UTME, and we provide lessons on all the subjects, science subjects, art subjects, commercial subjects. Okay, we provide lessons on all the subjects. So make sure you click on the subscribe button and on the notification bell so that you get notified each time we upload a new video. Today we're looking at literature, what's literature past questions. We're going to be looking at both the objective parts and the theory parts. Make sure you watch the video to the end. Now, without wasting time, let's begin. Please note that this is the third episode because we already have previous episodes on literature past questions. What's literature past questions? I encourage you to watch the previous ones after watching this one. Now, let's get right in.
Answer. Next question is question number 12. The question is a word or a phrase that is repeated at regular intervals in a poem or a play is a word or a phrase that is repeated at regular intervals in a poem or a play is a. Options we have dirge, option B a refrain, option C a lullaby, option D a verse. A dirge means a mournful poem. A poem used to mourn our dear ones is called a dirge. In a refrain, a phrase or entire verses are repeated in a poem. Lullaby is a poem used to appease little children for them to sleep. Verse is the minor division of a poem. The poem is divided into stanza and verse. Stanza is a major division, while verse is the minor division. The right answer to the question is option B, refrain. The next question is question number 13. The question is, the warriors conquered my men and my country illustrates the use of. The warriors conquered my men and my country illustrates the use of. Option A, we have paradox. Option B, litotes. Option C, parallelism. Option D, sigma. A paradox is a figure of speech which at first sight seems to be completely untrue and contradictory. But when it is examined closely, it is seen to be very true. A good example of parallelism is, the teacher is he who does not teach. A good example is, I must be cruel in order to be kind. I have explained the use of litotes here. Litotes has been explained in this episode. Next is a parallelism. Is where two or more ideas, phrases, or structures are presented side by side, often with similar or identical wording. Example of parallelism is an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Next is sigma. A sigma is a single word or phrases used to govern two or more words or phrases, often with different meaning, creating a vivid and evocative connection. The right answer to question number 13 is option D, sigma. Next question is question number 14. The question is, this guy is in drama mostly portrays the theme of. This guy is in drama mostly portrays the theme of. Options: option A, known identity. Option B, plain identity. Option C, unknown identity. Option D, mistaken identity. The right answer is mistaken identity. Option D is the right answer. Next question is question number 18. The question is, poetry gets bored of being alone. It wants to go outdoors to chew the wind. The question is, the mental pictures invoked in the above lines is that of. Option A, smell and touch. Option B, sight and hearing. Option C, taste and touch. Option D, sight and taste. The answer is option D, sight and taste. They say if you want to go out there means to see, while to chew there is to taste. Words we have there, outdoors, to chew. So option D is the right answer, sight and taste. We are now heading to the essay part of 2022 WAEC Literature in English past question. Literature is divided into three. We have poetry, prose, and drama. In literature, we have African poetry and non-African poetry, African prose and non-African prose, African drama and non-African drama. One who is sitting for literature in English exam for WAEC and NECO. In prose, we have African and non-African. That person will answer one question in African and one question in non-African. In poetry, we have African and non-African. That person will answer one question in African and one question in non-African. In drama, we have African and non-African. The person will answer one question in African and one question in non-African. Non-African literature are those literary works written by those that are not from Africa, those that are from other continents that are not Africa. While African literature are those ones written by Africans. The first question we are asking here is a question from The Lion and the Jewel, written by Wole Soyinka. The question is, how is the contest between tradition and modernity presented in the play? The essay question is, how is the contest between tradition and modernity represented in the play? The book is an African play, African drama. In the play, there is a struggle or contest between modernity and tradition. Baruka represents tradition, while Lakunle represents modernity. The work, Sidi seems to be neutral, looking for the one that will favor her. One of the major themes of the play, The Lion and the Jewel, is conflict between tradition and modernity. The title of the play portrays this. While a lion stands for devourer and destroyer, jewel is a precious thing that must be preserved. Pitching the lion against the jewel is therefore a conflict of sorts. Beyond this, tradition is in conflict with civilization. Paruka and Sadeku represents the ancient tradition of Ilujunli, while Akunle Sidi represents civilization and modernity. Baruka holds tenaciously to the tradition of his people, while the school teacher is opposed to a common tradition. And that was exactly what delayed his marriage with Sidi. Lakunle even alludes to the rumor that Baruka's disdain for civilization is sustained by his refusal to allow the railway project to be accomplished. He claims that Baruka bribes the surveyor of the contract to abandon the project. The contradiction in the magazine further explains the conflict. Baruka, the Baale of Ilijunli, is confined to an obscure corner which he shares with the village latrine in the pictures, while Sidi's pictures are displayed with radiance like the sun. This boosts her fame and claim to be better than the Baale. Other symbols of civilization in the play include the one-eyed box, the camera, the machine, the bike, etc. These are strange objects to the traditional people of Ilujunle, which they are yet to come to terms with. Lakunle insists that Sidi is a butch girl who needs education because she still demands bride price, as if she is a mere heifer to be bought from a market store. Bride price because she is a virgin and not a cheap product to be sacrificed on the altar of big grammar and civilization. In the end, the lion devotes the jewel and shames Lakunle, the school teacher, and his professed civilization as he marries Sidi after she is blessed by no other than the head of the lion's wives, Sadiku.